This is just fanfiction. It's imaginary. Watch at own risk. Songs, pics used in this video is not mine. Credits goes to the right owner. No copyright intended. I only own the storyline, editing, and voiceover. English is not my first language. I'm deeply sorry for the grammatical errors, mispronunciation, or any mistakes. Enjoy. Order Swen on it.
She is entering the living room after a busy day in university. She sighed deeply while plopping herself on the soft couch, letting herself to. Take a breath. That professor, how could he just make us stay for more than 2 hours longer? She annoyingly complaining to herself, didn't have the guts to complain right away to the professor. She then looked around the apartment, feeling kinda weird that it's unusually quiet. She doesn't live alone here. There's another boy who also shared the apartment together with her. He wasn't from the same university as hers. It's just that they happened to need to share this big apartment. And it was because she couldn't find another available place besides this that near her university. Meanwhile, her roommate's university is kind of far, but he happened to stay here first before her. And that time, she was surprised that he let her stay here, especially after knowing he actually kinda a cold, reserved person. Yet they get along quite well this past 1 year she's staying here. Did he already sleep? But it's just 7. She sighed again, didn't want to think about it more, 'cause she is so tired. Let's just make a simple dinner, 'cause I'm also so hungry. She stood up lazily. Why I didn't just buy something on the way. She scolded herself while making her way to the kitchen. She sighed after finishing her food. I'm so sleepy now, she said, walking to the sink and started washing her plates. She then remembered something. Did he really isn't back yet? Where did he go to? She wondered because usually he will sit and play with his phone on the couch. The boy didn't really like staying in his bedroom except for sleeping. So finding there's no one, she knows he must have still isn't back. Should I call him and ask? She shake her head right after saying that. No. Why would I act like I'm his girlfriend? She make a weird expression, but yet her cheeks slowly turning pink. She turned and rested her back on the counter. But did he really still single? Did he really tell the truth, or he just said that so we won't become awkward? She started thinking about him again. Around a month ago, she happened to mention about whether he have a girlfriend or not while both of them eating dinner together. Though she kinda regret asking something that too personal, she was kinda surprised when he answered her, saying he's still single. Someone like him, that even her group of friends knows cause of how popular he is, saying he's still single. Kinda unbelievable. But if he really said that, doesn't that mean he really single? He won't lie, right? She again shaking her head. Oh my God, stop. Why I kept thinking about him. Better for me to just get freshen up and sleep. I'm so sleepy, she said while walking out of the kitchen, going to her room. The sounds of opening the door echoed in the quiet apartment. Someone walking inside while looking down, hair covered almost his whole face, with slightly unsteady legs. " 'What He didn't even look up and just walking where his legs take him. He also kicked his friends after they took him until they reached in front of his apartment. Though they feel worried for leaving him, they knew he will be all right. After a long minute, he finally reached the couch. He then was about to sit there, but he suddenly stopped. "I'm thirsty," he whispered while again closing his eyes, his head hurting a bit. He then took a deep breath before tiredly. She came out of the... It wasn't unusual because she liked to, instead of taking her. She was about to look for her pajamas, still feeling so lazy and tired. But then she stopped when she suddenly felt her throat so dry. Clearing her throat, she blinked her eyes, and then she remembered something that makes her sigh annoyingly. "Did I forget to take a water bottle again?" She groaned, glancing at her bedside table, and there's just her phone and a small picture frame of her. She sighed again, closing her eyes. Why you're like this?" She groaned while turning around and started walking to the door. Remember that her roommate isn't back, so it will be fine if she get out and take a water bottle real quick. 'Cause she can't stand dry throat, it makes her feel annoyed. She walking slowly, scared of tripping because she's not in a so good condition now. She saw the still empty living room and furrows her eyebrows. Did he stay in his friend's place? But didn't he should at least inform me? That way I can bring my friends here for a sleepover. She mumbling and while turning to walks to the kitchen direction. She reached here and gulped while caressing her neck. She stopped before she entered and furrows her eyebrows. Eyes landed on an empty glass on the counter. Did I left that? I feel like I already washed everything. She whispered to herself and again started walking further. She then was about to get the glass and wash it, but before she could even reach it, the moment her eyes landed on a man sitting on the floor, making her take a step back. Her eyes widen. Her heart, a beat before it started. And hearing the loud, the person who's supposed to be sleeping, slowly looking up. She, on the other hand, suddenly recognized the person after just a few seconds, even before his face finally visible, though half his face got covered with his long bangs. She then sighed in relief, placing her palm over her. "It's you," she said slowly, still trying to steady her. While the man just staring at her with his half-closed eyes. An unreadable expression. He just blankly looking up at her. But then after some time, slowly his eyes lowered down too. Meanwhile, she sighed again after finally calming down, and then again looking at him properly. But that's when she realized the way her roommate, who's still on the floor, now looking at her. More likely staring at her. And instantly, her eyes widened. She just realized that she is still, thinking he still isn't back and came here for a water bottle. But now he is here, staring at her. And this is the first time they're in this situation. She then looking away while making the situation more awkward. Why? Are you sitting on the floor? And that too, not making any noise? She then was about to walk to the other side so he won't be able to see her. But she stopped the moment she heard his husky, deep voice. She turned and slowly looking down at him again, finding him already looking down like the first second she find him there. He said so slowly with a bit of difficulty that she still can able to catch what he said, making her heart. Huh? She asked, though she heard him before. Then hurt slightly when she saw him trying to stand up, but failed, and without thinking, she immediately went on her knees and started checking on him. Realizing something is wrong with her roommate. What happened? She asked while holding his shoulders, but he didn't say anything. Hey, did something happen? This time he's slowly shaking his head and then looking up at her. She got a bit taken aback after seeing his face up close, especially when she saw him slowly smirking. But then she furrowed her eyebrows and scrunched her nose after she smelled something after getting close to him. She blinked her eyes. Surprisingly, he nodded a little without hesitation. And that's when she realized that he is actually. She sighed deeply. Why would you even, Aish? Let's just get you to your room. You need to rest there. You must be fall asleep here before. She then was about to try him up with all her strength. But instead of letting her help him, he and then but not just because of him, but because the moment she again realized that she was just she closed her eyes. She couldn't. Because first he probably didn't realize what he just, because he never, her like this. And second, if she didn't know what to do. She couldn't think of anything. Her mind went blank. But then she furrows her eyebrows again when she heard something. Sound of on her ear. Or more likely snoring sound. She blinked her eyes and realized his. Did he fall asleep? Just like that? She speak in her mind, battling with herself. Should she check if he really sleeping or not? But if she checks and move back, turn out he isn't sleeping, she will get embarrassed for sure of her. But then what should she do now? Trying to speak, now is really awkward. Glad that she didn't. Back before, or her back well, on the floor, and it will. She sighed, trying to calm. Did you? No answer, just his soft snoring that she could hear. Thinking about how will she take him to his room. I need to do this, she sighed again. She, after finally placed him, her left shoulder, well, this guy is really heavy. She looked at him again, pouting slightly as she still need to take his shoes off and make him more comfortable. She sighed deeply and was about to sit up after placing his head on the pillow properly. But when she got by him, making her almost, as she fell almost right on, but she managed to stop herself before it happened. Her eyes widened. What do you do? Stay, please, he whispered tiredly, still without opening his eyes. What do you mean? I can't. His head is on her. She, when her eyes landed on his peaceful face after her, and again, his steady. She, and didn't say anything. Eyes stuck on him. Admiring him. But then he, more before hiding his face from her vision. She then stayed without, not saying anything too. His steady heartbeat, though hers was. And instead of like this, in his arms, she feel peace. And then, without her realizing it, falling asleep as well. It was her morning routine when she just woke up. But something feels different. Her room feels different. She opened her eyes properly and looked around. And not too long, the realization hit her. She is in her roommate's room. She immediately sat, but then her eyes widened again when she also realized she is still just in her. Since last night, she then immediately, her more with. And also that second, the door opening, making her looked up at it. Her, more when she saw him entering the room, but she looked away the moment his eyes landed on her. Her heart, especially when she heard his voice. You awake? I already make breakfast. Come out if you want to eat it now. She's slowly looking at him again, feeling a bit surprised that he acts and speaks so casually. And she found him standing there in the middle of the room, eyes looking somewhere but her. And when she thought he forgot or don't want to mention about last night, he suddenly started speaking. I'm sorry that I disturbed and bothering you last night. I won't do that again. She just staring at him. I will go out. You can comfortably go to your room. He then turned and started walking to the door. But suddenly he heard her speaking, making him stop. Why did you get last night? If you're okay with telling me, of course. He didn't turn but answer her. And somehow she realized that his voice changing to his usual cold one. It's nothing. Nothing serious. He again took a step, but stopped. And there's a few seconds silence as she also didn't say anything. Then he finally speak again after some time. His voice get more colder. But what he said this time, making her surprised. By the way, congratulations for your relationship. He then again walks and was about to open the door, but the girl speak. What? What do you mean? He gulped and closed his eyes. If you're wondering how I know, my friend's sister is studying in your university. She told him, and he told me whatever happened today. She furrows her eyebrows. I don't understand. He opened his eyes, still back facing her. He then slowly smiled. Sadly. I guess I can't stay here anymore. I will leave as soon as I can, probably tonight. She got more confused. Slowly she got out of and stood up, adjusting her, without her realizing it, before she started walking. To him. What are you talking about? It's fine. My friend will help me look for a place. I will just... Stop talking about that. I was asking about what relationship you were talking about, what your friend's sister told you. She cut him off. Starting to feel annoyed? You don't need to be worried. You can bring him here because I will move out soon. You don't need to feel awkward. He stopped then slightly when she suddenly turned him around to face her, making his eyes widen as she... His shoulders. Can you just speak properly what happened? You're dating someone already. I know. He cut off this time, face already turned. She stopped, feeling stunned and didn't know what to say after hearing what he said. My friend informed me I got, but don't think it was because of you. I just happened to, a bit too much, and again, it's not because of you. He speaks so fast and she suddenly... You like me, didn't you? He stopped, this time getting stunned by the sudden. She furrows her eyebrows. So your friend told the truth? You like me, but was just shy to tell me directly? He suddenly avoided her eyes. His close friends that sometimes come over here get along with her pretty well. They once gave her a hint about her cold roommate's feelings, but she couldn't understand that at first. But when she finally got what they meant, she thought they just joking. But which friend telling you that I'm dating? He then was about to. Her hands, that she stopped him. No, tell me first. He gulped and sighed. That's not important. You're already dating and... I'm not dating anyone. I've also liked you secretly. She said without thinking. But did she regret it? No. She felt relieved instead that she let that out. While the man in front of her slowly looked at her in. Now tell me what happened. She suddenly turned a bit angry. He gulped and looked away again, preparing to speak. Knowing he can't hide again, he sighed. It's my friend, but we're not as close like my other friends that usually come over here. He came to me after class end and told me that. He stopped for a few seconds. Someone confessed to you in front of everyone, and you said yes. She again furrows her eyebrows. I didn't trust him at first, but when I reached here, you were nowhere. I couldn't find you. And after waiting for more than an hour, he still isn't back. That's when I realized that my friend was right and you must be out. Have a date with your new boyfriend until late. So He closed his eyes, feeling embarrassed to say what he will say next. So what? He sighed, opening his eyes again, but still not looking at her. So I just went to a random and called my friends to join me. I don't know if I spilled everything to them, but they just let me, and I don't remember much after that. But I remembered they took me back here, because I don't want to come here at first, and yeah, you know what happened next. She didn't say anything. He gulped, feeling so embarrassed now. I'm sorry for making things awkward. He stopped and eyes widened when something happened. He looked at her after that and found her rolling her eyes in annoyance. Did you just... me? She sighed again. I told you I'm not dating anyone. Why would I date someone when I have a crush on you? She groaned annoyingly. Is this really how we found out that we like each other's? That's annoying. She looked at him again and found him still looking. Because of what before. She scoffed and let go of his shoulders, crossing her arms. What? Last night you hugged me like your life depends on it? And now you got just by. It's not even a proper... He blinked his eyes, still couldn't say anything. You make my... 'Cause I needed to. You're all the way to this room, you know? Now I feel like I can't go to college until probably... I already asked for a day off for you. She stopped and eyes slightly widened. By the way, it's already almost 12. Her eyes widened more. What? She then was about to walk past him, wanting to get her phone in her room, but... She stopped when he held her arm and... Her eyes widened. They're so... staring at each other's. What? Show me a proper first, then you can go. Her eyes widened more. What? You said you're not dating anyone, and you actually also like me. So, what else we should do next other than and start dating? And she didn't. He slowly smiled. You look cute standing in your... like this. She blinked her eyes and was about to say something, but stopped when what he want them to do before. The new couple, on the couch lazily, her head on his. while the man keep on, her hair every few seconds. Stop sulking. At least we know everything. She pouted more while hugging him tighter. I didn't know that. Planned everything. He chuckles and just listens to her. So, turned out the friend's so-called sister, that 'cause everything is one of her senior. And the two aren't even siblings, they just pretend 'cause that girl has a crush on the man who's now hugging her. They planned everything and used the time where she needs to stay in college longer. But at least at the end, instead what happened makes them close now. So close. You should have told me that you need to stay longer that day. She pulled back and looked up at his face. I can't use my phone. No one can. The professor just randomly. She stopped after. A soft pair of. And he, back after a few seconds, smirking at her reaction. Okay. Stop getting angry again. It's not good. She scoffed, hugging him again like before. Then she whispered something after a few seconds' silence. And what she said making the man stunned. It's not even a proper. He then, her back, making her face him, cupping her cheeks and... She gulped and he whispering while they're already so. Then let me give you a proper one.